Jey Uso's WWE future clarified. After apparent heel turn on Raw, a new report reveals WWE's internal plans for Jey Uso, confirming he is still considered a top babyface, despite his recent attack on LA Knight. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The entire wrestling world was left buzzing after this past Monday's episode of Raw, with most fans convinced they had just witnessed Jey Uso's return to his heelish roots. Following a spear on LA Knight, speculation ran rampant. However, a new report has emerged that directly contradicts the on-screen evidence. According to Body Slam, there are currently no creative plans within WWE to turn Jey Uso heel. The report states that, internally, he continues to be positioned as one of the company's top babyfaces, and his current aggressive presentation is not indicative of an impending character shift. The outlet provided a direct quote on the internal situation. As of now, there are no creative plans within WWE to turn Jey Uso heel. Internally, he continues to be positioned as one of the company's top babyfaces, and his current presentation reflects that stance. The confusion peaked at the conclusion of the September 8th edition of Raw. After LA Knight was on the receiving end of a post-match attack from Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, the USOs appeared to make the save. But when Knight helped Jimmy Uso to his feet, Jey leveled Knight with a spear, leaving both Knight and his brother stunned. This act of aggression wasn't isolated. Earlier in the night, a backstage segment showed Jimmy Uso pointing out that Jey was beginning to sound and act like their cousin, Roman Reigns, foreshadowing the outburst to come. The moment drew attention from journalist Bill Apter, speaking on The Wrestling Time Machine, who compared the potential turn's impact to Hulk Hogan's switch in 1996. Yet Apter also expressed skepticism, suggesting it might be a storyline lapse in judgment rather than a permanent change. Given Jey's popularity, Dominic Mysterio breaks silence after Worlds Collide. WWE superstar Dominic Mysterio recently took to social media to break his silence after making history at Worlds Collide. Dirty Dom became a double champion at the event. Dominic Mysterio locked horns with El Hijo del Vikingo in a singles match for the AAA Mega Championship at Worlds Collide on September 12, 2025. Both stars put on an incredible display of action inside the ring, and for the most part, it was a back-and-forth affair. In the last stages of the match, Vikingo got distracted by El Grande Americano, who was present at ringside. The AAA star tried to unmask Americano, but was stopped in his tracks by the referee. While the official was distracted, El Grande Americano slid a metal plate inside the ring for Dominic, who used it to hit his opponent with a flying headbutt. The Judgment Day star then hit Vikingo with a frog splash and pinned him to become a double champion. He now holds the Intercontinental title and the AAA Mega title. Dominic has now taken to Instagram to upload a series of photos from Worlds Collide. In his post caption, Dirty Dom broke his silence, comparing himself with MLB legend Ken Griffey Jr., who is considered one of the greatest baseball players of all time. WWE star Dominic Mysterio's Judgment Day teammate sent him a message after Worlds Collide. After Dominic Mysterio became a double champion at Worlds Collide, his Judgment Day teammate Finn Balor took to Instagram to send a message to Dirty Dom. The Prince congratulated Mysterio, giving the latter a new name, Double Dirty Dom Mysterio. Congratulations, Double Dirty Dom Mysterio! It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Dominic's future as the Intercontinental and the Mega Champion. Bianca Belair still dealing with broken finger. She suffered at WrestleMania 41. Bianca Belair provides a quick update on the injury she suffered at WWE WrestleMania 41. Bianca Belair wrestled Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in a match for the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. She has not wrestled since that match as she suffered a broken finger. During a recent interview with the Club 520 podcast, she noted that she was wearing her wedding ring on her right hand because her left finger was still broken. Discussing the match at WrestleMania, she said that she's very proud of the match she had with Ripley and Sketz. That's one of my matches I'm super proud about at WrestleMania this past year with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. There was a lot of strength and athleticism that we displayed. and storytelling. That's what's amazing about WWE. It's sports entertainment, for sure. And that's what we do. I'm super proud to be a part of something like that. Fans can learn more about how she suffered the injury here. Elsewhere in the interview, she mentioned that she wants to be paired in a storyline with Montez Ford one day. Read those comments here. Keep up with real-time updates on injuries across the world of wrestling by using our injury resource. Jey Uso's WWE future clarified after apparent heel turn on Raw. The entire wrestling world was left buzzing after this past Monday's episode of Raw, with most fans convinced they had just witnessed Jey Uso's return to his heelish roots. Following a spear on LA Knight, speculation ran rampant. However, a new report has emerged that directly contradicts the on-screen evidence. According to Body Slam, there are currently no creative plans within WWE to turn Jey Uso heel. The report states that, internally, he continues to be positioned as one of the company's top babyfaces, and his current aggressive presentation is not indicative of an impending character shift. The outlet provided a direct quote on the internal situation. As of now, there are no creative plans within WWE to turn Jey Uso heel. Internally, he continues to be positioned as one of the company's top babyfaces, and his current presentation reflects that stance. The confusion peaked at the conclusion of the September 8th edition of Raw. After LA Knight was on the receiving end of a post-match attack from Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, the USOs appeared to make the save. But when Knight helped Jimmy Uso to his feet, Jey leveled Knight with a spear, leaving both Knight and his brother stunned. This act of aggression wasn't isolated. Earlier in the night, a backstage segment showed Jimmy Uso pointing out that Jey was beginning to sound and act like their cousin, Roman Reigns, foreshadowing the outburst to come. The moment drew attention from journalist Bill Apter speaking on The Wrestling Time Machine, who compared the potential turn's impact to Hulk Hogan's switch in 1996. Yet, Apter also expressed skepticism, suggesting it might be a storyline, lapse in judgment, rather than a permanent change, given Jey's popularity. Rey Mysterio posts rare unmasked picture, calls out current WWE superstar. The WWE Hall of Famer posted an unmasked picture on Instagram and took a dig at a current WWE champion. The rivalry between Rey Mysterio and his son, Dominic Mysterio, continues. Saturday afternoon, in a post on Instagram, the WWE Hall of Famer told his son, who is the new AAA Mega Champion and still the WWE Intercontinental Champion, to never claim he is the greatest Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio won the AAA Mega Championship at WWE Worlds Collide 2 in Las Vegas, defeating El Hijo del Vikingo after interference from the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough and El Grande Americano. Dominic responded to his dad in the comments by calling Rey his son, and taunting the WWE legend to post a picture holding the AAA Mega Championship, a title Rey never won. To a new generation of fans, Rey Mysterio will be Dominic's dad. For his own part, Rey Mysterio has remained one of the most relevant stars in the company after more than 20 years on WWE television. Even though he's currently injured, the fact that he's still wrestling at all is nothing short of incredible. Rey's tone on Instagram is in stark contrast to the pleasantries he sent Dominic's way in a recent interview with Pete Rosenberg when he broke the character and talked of being a proud dad. The story has enough mileage to even be a new series of matches, which eventually culminate in Rey's last. Dominic will celebrate his win at Worlds Collide this Monday on Raw. Undoubtedly, he will take a dig at his deadbeat. Art the Clown attacks. Rhea Ripley. At Ice Nine Kills concert, Ripley carried off stage. Rhea Ripley was carried off stage. As a part of Silver ScreamCon in Worcester, Massachusetts, there was an Ice Nine Kills concert. Among those that were on stage for performance were WWE's Rhea Ripley and the movie character Art the Clown from the Terrifier series. Ripley and Art went face-to-face, and Art ended up attacking Ripley. Two people dressed in scrubs then came to carry Ripley off the stage. Ripley made headlines this month when rapper and singer Drake mentioned her on a podcast. He stated that Ripley is his muse. Rhea is scheduled to be in action at WWE NXT Homecoming on 9/16. She'll be teaming with Stephanie Vacker and WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton to face Fatal Influence with Jacy Jayne, Fallon Henley, Jasmine Nix, Point four things WWE subtly told us on SmackDown this week. WWE SmackDown this week concluded with the return of Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare attacked Drew McIntyre, leading to a title match being booked for WrestlePalooza. Besides this, the show witnessed an appearance from Brock Lesnar, who targeted r-truth. In this article, we will discuss four things WWE subtly told us on the latest edition of The Blue Show. McIntyre versus Randy Orton was expected to take place at WrestlePalooza. However, WWE booked them in a match on SmackDown this week. With the return of the American Nightmare, McIntyre versus Rhodes is official for WrestlePalooza. This subtly confirms that the Apex Predator will not compete at the forthcoming event. Even if Orton makes an appearance on the show, he will likely not be part of the match card. #3. Sami Zayn versus Brock Lesnar is not happening anytime soon. Last week, Brock Lesnar destroyed Sami Zayn and John Cena. The Beast interfered in the duo's United States Championship match. Given the angle, many believed that Zayn would face Lesnar soon. However, on this week's SmackDown, the master strategist did not address the assault. Zayn remains focused on defending the United States title. This confirms that a match between the SmackDown star and Lesnar is not happening anytime soon. The Beast was booked in a segment with R-Truth this past Friday, and he destroyed the former tag team champion. If there were plans for Lesnar versus Zayn, the United States champion might have reacted to the attack by the Beast. Nia Jax made a major statement on this week's edition of Friday Night SmackDown when she destroyed Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. The Irresistible Force attacked the duo during their WWE Women's title match. Jax even executed her finishing move on the champion and stood tall on the show. This is a subtle confirmation that the Triple H-led creative team will continue to push the former women's champion. The Irresistible Force also hinted that she was eyeing the WWE Women's Championship held by Stratton. During a backstage segment on the Blue brand, eagle-eyed members of the WWE Universe spotted Shinsuke Nakamura. The King of Strong Style was lurking in the background during Sami Zayn's segment. This was an indication that Nakamura might return soon and set his sights on the United States champion. The last time Nakamura competed on SmackDown was June 13th, 2025, when he participated in the King of the Ring tournament. Now, a feud between Shinsuke and Sami seems imminent. WrestlePalooza 2025. WWE books PLE main event featuring former champions. It was more than 2 decades ago that two of the rookies in WWE locked up for the first time, and now they're set to collide at WrestlePalooza 2025 in the headliner bout. Next weekend, the never-seen-17 John Cena and the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, will be dueling in a last-time-ever match in the first-ever WWE ESPN joint venture premium live event, with the match now being promoted as the main event. WWE's play-by-play commentator, Joe Tessitore, broke the news of the WrestlePalooza 2025 main event on ESPN, the new home for WWE PLEs. It was in June 2002 that the two athletes coming out of WWE's then OVW bunch locked up for the first time with one goal in mind, and that's to become the next major name in WWE's ruthless aggression era. They'd eventually go on to become future champions and box office attractions for the WWE. WrestlePalooza 2025 is going to be the 7th match between Lesnar and Cena in the WWE. Lesnar holds the most victories in this rivalry with 4 wins to Cena's 2. Cena won the 2012 Extreme Rules match, which was the first time those two locked horns after Lesnar's comeback to the WWE upon an 8-year hiatus, followed by the win at Night of Champions in 2014. Via a disqualification finish due to Seth Rollins' interference. For Lesnar, he definitely remains the favorite heading into WrestlePalooza 2025, as he claimed more victories over Cena. During their contest at SummerSlam 2014, Lesnar hit 16 suplexes on the Cenation leader, bringing the Suplex City catchphrase to a reality. John Cena will have only 6 dates remaining to work with WWE after WrestlePalooza 2025 in his retirement tour, which concludes on Saturday, December 13th, on Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. He has only experienced 2 losses in this tour in a tag team match with Logan Paul at Money in the Bank, and then by dropping the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. The same night, Lesnar returned to the company to renew his feud with Cena. WWE WrestlePalooza